بالعلم بل بالأدب تنال أعلى الرتب فعش حياة العلماء وقرأ صنوف الكتب.
As we pray for our children, as we pray for our relatives, as we pray for our brothers and sisters, do we pray for our hearts? Here's the question. These hearts, they need dua. This miraculous piece of flesh that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created for us, without which no one can survive. This piece of flesh that with which we believe or disbelieve, we love and hate, we fear and hope, we think and reflect, we get sincere or insincere. All these actions with just this little piece of flesh. That is why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لا يستقيم إيمان عبد حتى يستقيم قلبه. The faith of the slave cannot be correct until his heart is correct. Someone might say, okay, what should I do? How do I pray for my heart? And here we say, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you a heart that fulfills the characteristics that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves and is pleased with from that heart. Like what? Number one, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide your heart. You know, when you are thinking about something and you are not sure, you are confused, what should you do? Or which option you should take, or which way or how you should start anything. So definitely in that case, your heart needs to be guided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why in the dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he used to say, Allahumma hdi qalbi. Oh Allah, guide my heart. Another one, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to fill your heart with iman and fill it with the nur and the light of that iman. You know, with every single sin that's been committed, with every single fitna that's been exposed to, there would be black spots and dark marks that the heart get because of these sins and because of these fitnas. And these dark marks, they try to turn off and extinguish the light of the heart. And you can imagine a heart without nur. This means that it wouldn't be able to distinguish what is right from what is wrong. It wouldn't be able to differentiate between al-haq and al-batil. That is why in the dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he used to say, Allahumma ja'al fi qalbi nura. Oh Allah, place nur, light in my heart. Number three, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make your heart firm. You know, the meaning of the word heart in Arabic is qalb. Qalb, this word is taken from the Arabic verb qallaba, to stir something, to change it. This means that this part of the body is very, very changeable. It can change at any time, at any place, because of the smallest thing. It can change because of it. And in the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ told us about some people that they would be believers in the morning and the evening doesn't come unless they are disbelievers. And they would be believers in the evening, but the night would come when they are disbelievers. And they would sell their life and their souls for just one of the worldly items. So definitely, we need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make our hearts firm in religion. As in the dua that we read in Surah Ali Imran, رَبَّنَا لَا تُزِغْ قُلُوبَنَا بَعْدَ إِذْ هَدَيْتَنَا. Oh Allah, let not our hearts deviate after you have guided us. In the dua of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to say, يَا مُقَلِّبَ الْقُلُوبِ ثَبِّتْ قَلْبِي عَلَى دِينِكَ. Oh Allah, the turner of hearts, make my heart firm on your religion. Number 4, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cleanse your heart. You know, the haram views that we see every day, the evil words that we hear or we say every day, or what our hands touch, or what our feet walk to, all these are enough reasons for the corruption of our hearts, because they stain the heart. How can we get our hearts cleansed and purified from all this? By tawbah, by returning to Allah, by asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cleanse these hearts. In the hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, when someone commits a sin, his heart gets a black spot. If he stops the sin, if he asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness, that heart will be polished. But if he increases in sins, the black spot would get bigger until it covers the whole heart. He said, ذَلِكُمُ الرَّانِ. That is the ran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in Surah Al-Mutaffifin when he said, كَلَّا بَلْ رَانَ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ مَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ. That is the ran, or their hearts have been covered by the black spots that's caused of their sins. And all this just because of what they used to earn. That is why it came in the dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam that he used to say, Allahumma اغسل قلبي بالماء والثلج والبرد ونقي قلبي من الخطايا كما نقيت الثوب الأبيض من الدنس. Oh Allah, wash my heart with the water of snow and hail, and cleanse my heart from all sins as a white garment is cleansed from filth. And the other dua, he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to say, وَاسْلُلْ سَخِيمَةَ قَلْبِي. Oh Allah, remove the spite of my heart. Number 5, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make your heart sound. You know, the heart could be affected by many kinds of illness. The heart can get many diseases, such as disbelief, the kufr of the heart, wal-'iyadhu billah, such as an-nifaq, hypocrisy, such as arrogance, such as envy, such as hatred, enmity, doubt. Countless diseases can affect the heart. So who can protect your heart? Who can give you a sound heart? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you need to ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make your heart sound, because success on the Day of Judgment will be given to those people who are having sound hearts. إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. Only those who would meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with sound hearts. That is why it came in the dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that used to say, وَأَسْأَلُكَ قَلْبًا سَلِيمًا وَلِسَانًا صَادِقًا. Oh Allah, I ask you for a sound heart and a truthful tongue. Sound from any kind of defect, sound from any kind of illness.